Hi, everybody. Here I am down on the floor. I'm not yet up there. I'm going to go up there right now. My name is Larry Kluger. I'm from DocuSign, and what to tell you about me is that I have an engineering degree, so this will be, yes, a technical talk. I know the difference between a do-while loop and a while-do loop. Anyone else know the difference? Right? Where's the test? Beginning or the end? Right? Aaron knows? That's good. So I'm from DocuSign, and we're going to be talking about DocuSign and how to create your own connections between DocuSign and Salesforce. I need my clickers. Here we go. Those of you who are still on the fence, there are excellent what we call power seats on the ends of the rows, so you can come right on down. You don't have to commit yourself, because since you'll be on the end of the row, you can exit anytime you want, right? So that gives you, that's the full power seat. And for the brave, there's seats in the front. And this is going to be the best presentation right now. Okay, so DocuSign. How many people are currently using or thinking about DocuSign? Great. For all of you who are already customers, thank you very, very much. For all of you who are considering becoming customers, thank you very much for considering my company. And we want to meet all of your needs, and we work very hard to do that. So I've got a couple of slides here, which are, I think, 5 slides, which are an introduction to DocuSign. Then we're going to move into the live demos. And all of the demos, all the code for all the demos is all available on GitHub right now. In fact, I'm going to go back and just point out at the very bottom, and I will have this again, tinycc sfdc-dev is my slide deck. So you've got the slide deck. And if you missed that, sfdc-dev, then I'm going to have it again near the end. Okay, so DocuSign is a jet engine to help you and your applications go as fast as you need. These are our current statistics. Over half of our business comes from developers like you, people who've built integrations and have created their own applications, whether on Salesforce or on any other stack. We work with any stack, and it connects to DocuSign, to the platform, and off you go. We've had tremendous growth in number of transactions using our API directly, and these are all customers using the API. Our own internal clients use them as well. Every day, over 130,000 new people either sign or send an envelope for the first time. That's the size of Santa Clara, California, for any of you who've been there. We have 4 nines uptime, and we never have any scheduled downtime. Now, typically when we're talking about DocuSign, especially in the context of a show like this, it's the enterprise using DocuSign for all sorts of use cases. Whether the use case is dealing with consumers, as you can see, customers, partners, employees. We have many, many companies that save tremendous amounts of money because they're automating all the paperwork involved with being a company that has employees. It's all online, all automated. And the other part of it is that your employees enjoy being part of a company where everything is automated and online. You can sign things from your mobile. Now, in our context of Dreamforce, I'm adding in Salesforce. Now, with Salesforce, we have a product, DocuSign for Salesforce, which I'll talk about some. And what I want to present to you on this slide is that with DocuSign Salesforce, you're not limited to sales automation. Any of the different types of Salesforce capabilities, product lines, whether it's Supportforce or I don't know all the different ones, any one of them that involves agreements, signatures, contracts can be automated faster and better with using DocuSign. We're nearing the end of my intro slides, so we can get to the real demo slides and the demos themselves. So why choose DocuSign for Salesforce? Now, from a business person point of view, It means that everything is going faster. You've got much more, you've got visibility as opposed to the paper world. You've got visibility of immediately, not only has someone signed that agreement yet, but you also have a visibility into whether they've even seen the agreement, whether they've opened it up on the screen or not. We make a distinction between what we call delivered and signed. So your salespeople or your other agents can tell that something's been sent to somebody and it's been looked at, but it hasn't yet been signed. That's a good time to, of course, call up and find out what's going on. DocuSign improves the speed at how people do make use of your CRM or other systems built on top of Salesforce. Usage goes way up when you use DocuSign. And it saves money at the same time. So let's have a practical example of that first aspect of improving your speed of business. And remember, all these slides are available for you to download. So you can take pictures of them, but you can also download them immediately if you wish. Either way is fine. I'm flexible. Okay, so one of our big customers is the company called Salesforce. You're all familiar with Salesforce. They host this conference. At Salesforce, what they found is that 90% of their deals, when they're obtaining new customers, they send out the contract for signature at the end of the sales process. 90% of them come back within 1 day signed. 70% come back within 1 hour. And again, they have complete visibility into what's happening. They also make use of what's called auto-provisioning. So at Salesforce, once you've agreed to become a customer of Salesforce, most of the time, Salesforce, the machinery of Salesforce automatically provisions your new Salesforce account as a new Salesforce customer. So we have the product called DocuSign for Salesforce. It's an off-the-shelf product available from the App Exchange. It's a managed product. It's one of the top products within the App Exchange. Easy to download and start using. You can start using it. There's no cost, and try it out. It adds signing for any business process within Salesforce, and that includes adding into any sort of custom objects that you've developed. It tracks status in real time of what's happening to your signing requests. They're going out to your partners, your customers, anybody else. And it also includes the capability of automatic write-back of data. So if your customer updates their address as part of the contract process, that updated address goes all the way back into your Salesforce data. All included, all very good. And because of all those capabilities, that's why we've become the #1 signing solution on top of Salesforce, and it's why Salesforce itself uses us. Now let's move into developer land. Now we've got the wide open spaces. Now we have the issue of, well, that all sounds pretty good, Larry, but I want more. And so that's where you hear the voice coming in, use the API, Luke, this kind of thing. So what can you do with the API? And by API, I'm referring to DocuSign APIs. Well, there's a couple of things that I came up with, and also I've heard comments from customers. Come on down, there's great seats. There's even still, I see a power chair on the aisle over there, which means you can leave anytime you want. And I'm about to get into the demo. So this is the part where you're really going to have to focus. This is the real live demos. They're coming up in, I think, 3 slides. Okay. And I got 21 minutes left. So these are some examples of what you can do if you use the API and couple it with your Salesforce applications. But then, how many of you heard Mark Benioff's presentation on Tuesday? Remember when he was roaming around, right? Anybody? You watched it on TV, right? So here I am, roaming around. So Mark Benioff was doing a lot of quotations from Einstein. This is another quotation from Einstein. And the reason I put it up here is that the limits of what you can build between DocuSign and Salesforce are only limited by your imagination. It's not by the capabilities. You're standing on top of 2 extremely strong platforms, and both of them are jet engines, or if you like, rocket engines, and they can take your application to wherever you want it to go. I just met a guy the other day where he's already on his second company built on top of applications that he's built on Salesforce. Okay, so there's all sorts of things you can do. Let's see some examples. I call these recipes. These are not products. So let me set up the stage for you. You can understand what I'm going to show you. What I'm going to show you is live code, and you have access to it so that you can take it and make use of it in your own integrations. Does that sound good? Yes? Nod from the back? There's no what's called foldback here, so I can't hear how loud I'm shouting, unfortunately. Usually they have like a speaker telling you don't speak so loud. Okay, so here's our first scenario or first use case, which is that you are using, should I go like this? No, I'm not going to do that. You are using Salesforce, and it's either its community cloud product or its partner cloud product. You've got these clouds, these community clouds set up within Salesforce. And you want people who are members of those communities, who are, remember, typically not employees, but you could also have a community cloud of all your employees. That'd be another scenario. You want these community employees to be able to sign things. You want to be able to send them a signing request and have them sign. You don't want them to have to go look at their email for the signing request. They're already inside of their cloud, of their community, frequently, periodically. And so you want to send them the request from inside of the community, and they're going to sign it. So let's see the demo. Okay, so here we are. Right, so here we are. This is my home screen for Salesforce. And let me refresh this. Okay, so here we are. And we go to a recipe and all the sources available, DocuSign signing recipe. We go there, and what we've done is create a new object called signing requests. So we open that up. These are the ones previously done. So we click on new, and we create a new signing request. So this is a custom object called signing request. And I want someone in my community to approve the battle plan. So I can go down here. I'm going to have Sam Lannister approve the battle plan. So I hit save. Now on the left-hand side, this is the standard view of the record. On the right-hand side is a custom Lightning component. And the Lightning component has gone out to DocuSign and created the envelope, the draft envelope. And in fact, you can now see the envelope ID over there. So now using the custom component, we click that, upload documents and send. And now we get the DocuSign view. This is what's called an embedded sender. So this is the sender. So the embedded sender needs to add a document. Let's do that. We're going to upload a document. Let's see. It's going to be the battle plan. And we could upload more documents. This could also all be programmatically done. We hit done. And now we have our document. So we're going to be making sure that everyone agrees with our battle plan. Now, I could have done this as a template. Instead, I'm going to put in my what we call our fields right now, the name of the person, and of course the date signed. And I'm going to select those and change them. And this could all be done automatically or ahead of time or programmatically or whatever you want. And here we go. So now up here, I'm going to say send. So I am the sender, and then DocuSign goes back to Salesforce and gives the status of what's happened to the object. And you can see now it says sent up there. And if I canceled it, then that would have been canceled. So now I'm going to put on a different hat. I'm now changing to my, I forget the right term, my landsman, my guardsman, whatever it's called, who is part of my team. And all he gets is a login to the community. And his name, you can see over here. You're supposed to be able to see over here. Well, you can see it's Sam Lannister. Okay, so I've just sent this. So you can click on this right now, and he is now going to be able to sign the request from inside of the community. And this is his record. Over here is the Lightning component. So he clicks on that. And off we go to to DocuSign. Now how do you know this is the right person? And the answer is you know this is the right person because he has already been authenticated to go into the community. So you've already got the community authentication of him. If you want, you can add additional levels of authentication via DocuSign, where DocuSign will send him an SMS message or pre-shared secret, something like that, in addition to him having the credentials to go into the community. So here he is, and this is a legal agreement. So he has to click that and click continue. And the information that's already known is pre-filled in. And he looks this over, and he goes, yes, that's the battle plan. I am committing to the battle plan. So he does that by signing. Now, if he was doing this on a tablet or a mobile, then it would give him instructions to turn it and to sign with his finger. If he was using any one of 44 different languages, the system automatically figures out what his local language is from the browser for signing, and it would give him the instructions for signing. All automatic, all built in. So he's going to adopt and sign. He looks it over one last time, and he finishes his signing process. And that's the end. He's now gone back to his community to go on with his other work. So what you saw there is a demonstration of embedded sending and embedded signing. Did you like that? Was that good? And all the sources available. That was demo 1. Let's move on to demo 2. Everyone ready for demo 2? There's going to be question and answer time too. Demo 2? Yeah? Okay. Should I go full screen? Oh, that was not full screen. So I need my clicker. Okay, here's demo number 2. Again, all the sources available right now today on GitHub. Demo number 2, this is a completely different scenario. Let me know if any of you have had this scenario, if someone's raised this to you, where they said to you, we want to add new people to the community that we've established with Salesforce, or the partner community that was established with Salesforce, but we only want to do it after they've signed a legal agreement, whether it's a partner agreement or a customer agreement or a non-disclosure agreement or my favorite agreement of the day. Before they get a login, we need them to sign the agreement. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, I see some nods back there. Okay, so here's a very straightforward, direct way of how to do that. So let me also broaden out. What you're seeing is auto-provisioning. Auto-provisioning is one of those projects where your customers, your internal customers, will never stop thanking you. Because every day when something is automatically done for them, whether it's automatically adding a new customer to the portal or automatically adding a new employee to a gazillion different systems that new employees have to get added to, or what we call offboarding, when someone leaves and has to be removed, all these things are auto-provisioning, and right now, humans spend so much time doing this. There's roomfuls of clerks doing this. Let's do it automatically. So in this case, what happens is someone is going to sign an agreement using DocuSign, and then automatically they will be provisioned in Salesforce Partner Community. Good? Right? So let's see how that works. Let's see the demo. All right. Let's see the demo. Okay. What we have here is a power form. Now I want you to imagine what I'm doing right now. I am the new partner. I want to sign the agreement, and then after I get the agreement signed and reviewed by someone in the company, I want to have access to the partner community, right? So I am the new partner. What is my name? Anyone got a good name? I didn't hear anything so noisy. Any names out there? Huh? No names? It's a quiet crowd. Okay. We'll do the name then. Simon Tucker. Okay. So, Simon Tucker. Mail in. Mail in. Okay. So Simon Tucker wants to become a partner. What you're seeing again is DocuSign Power Forms. Simon has to agree to the legal agreement to use electronic forms. He puts in his partner company, which happens to be Mary's Mead and Co. Whoops. Ah, yes. One more time. Okay. And he signs the agreement. He does that. Okay, he says finish, he's all done. And he's all done. Now, I have to log in here. So now I'm changing hats. Now I'm the business development person who has to look at this agreement, decide who this person is, and approve them. So she has action required, and right here she sees this incoming agreement. She needs to sign it. She hits continue to sign it. She comes down here. She signs it, and now she has to put in the URL. So she goes over to Salesforce, and she looks at this account. Here it is, Mary's Mead. And you see right now there's only one contact. There's only Sam Lannister. So she goes up here. She takes all of this, copies it, and puts it into wherever it went. This is annoying. Okay, puts it into, here it is, puts it back into there. That doesn't look like the right thing. One more time. Okay, much better. Okay, and finish. So now what's going to happen is in the background, there's a program, and it's what we call a listener. And this program is going to be notified by DocuSign the fact that the agreement has finished being signed. There it is now. So this program in the background is doing the auto provisioning. This program in the background has, as you can see, created the contact right there, and also created the user record. So now, if we go back to go back to Salesforce and refresh that account screen, now Simon Tucker is there. And if we look at Simon Tucker and we can log into the community as him. There he is, Simon Tucker, and he's now a member of the community. And in fact, he has also been sent the email with his welcoming, please set up your password, all that kind of stuff. So what you now saw was auto provisioning, and you could change that and add to that any way you want. That's the end of that demo. Pretty good, 2 full demos. So we are now nearing our conclusion, which means there's time for question and answer. This slide deck is available to you right here. All of these things that I showed you are available right now. The source is available on DocuSign, the DocuSign section of the public GitHub. These are all open source MIT license. And we've also made this as the signing recipe, which used the Lightning components, is an unmanaged package. So it includes testing. That's my talk. I look forward to your questions, and I hope this has been of good interest. Yes? You can use the microphone because otherwise I can't hear you.
Oh, thank you. What's the approximate price for DocuSign?
The approximate what?
Price.
Price. It depends on how much you want to, how many envelopes you want to do. We're the leader, and so the lowest price starts at $19 a month, $10 a month. Oh, and I also forgot to tell you, this is a DocuSign logo Bluetooth speaker available to you if you stop by our booth, which is right over there. And so you're all welcome to do that. So excellent question. It's everyone likes the price because we keep getting a gazillion new customers every day. Other questions?
All right, that's a wrap.
And I'll be available, and we've got other technical help. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the rest of the day in San Francisco.